Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed viewers, welcome to part 2 of the second episode of Drama Unleashed with I Hate Beef, where we boldly venture into the heart of TikTok's most captivating controversies. If you haven't watched the first part of episode 2, we recommend you watch it now. Prepare yourselves for the second exploration of the Diadro saga, where we delve into the depths of his actions, motives, and the impact he has left on those around him. We shall dissect his every move, unravel his intentions, and uncover the truth behind his enigmatic and now disliked presence. Before we plunge into this captivating escapade, we must issue a warning. This journey may expose you to opinions that clash with your own, mention sensitive topics, and challenge the very foundations of your belief system. If you find yourself squirming in discomfort, we encourage you to exit the video. However, if your curiosity piqued, your mind intrigued, and your thirst for drama unquenched, then buckle up, my friends, for we are about to unravel the enigma that is Diadro's. Diadro, the king of self-love, or maybe just a narcissist. Diadro's name has been thrown around like a hot potato, and the label that seems to stick like glue is narcissist. But what exactly is a narcissist, and why is everyone so quick to pin that label on Diadro? Well, let's break it down for those who haven't been keeping up with the latest psychology jargon. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD for short, is like having a love affair with yourself, but taken to a whole new level of intensity. It's like your reflection is your best friend, your biggest fan, and the only person you truly care about. Sound familiar, Diadro? People with NPD have an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. They may believe they're superior to everyone else and have difficulty maintaining healthy relationships. In other words, they're like the human equivalent of a black hole, sucking up all the attention and admiration they can get while leaving a trail of emotional wreckage in their wake. And Diadro, my friend, seems to have a knack for leaving that trail of wreckage. People have accused him of being exploitative, manipulative, and self-centered, all classic signs of NPD. Now, let's dive into the evidence and see if Diadro's behavior matches the symptoms of this mental condition. Buckle up, folks, it's about to get wild. Exploitative. Diadro has a knack for using other people's talents and fan bases to line his own pockets, all while leaving a trail of disappointed creators and broke fans in his wake. Let's dive into the world of box battles, where Diadro truly shines in his exploitative ways. In this bizarre TikTok game, creators hop into boxes on a host's live stream, creators mute during the live, the host, Diadro, speaks and viewers shower the creators with gifts. The catch: the host takes a hefty 30% cut of all those gifts, while the creator in the box gets a measly 10%. The winner gets rewarded a large gift from Diadro, but Diadro takes 30% of that large gift too. The rest goes to TikTok, but let's be honest, Diadro is the one laughing all the way to the bank. Now, you might be thinking, so what? It's just business. But it's more than that. Creators like Miss Red and DG are growing tired of being constantly exploited by Diadro and his ilk. They're tired of making viewers feel compelled to throw money at him, when the vivers aren't getting any entertainment, all the while Diadro basks in the spotlight and fattens his wallet. As Miss Red eloquently put it, box battles are a one-off type of thing, not an everyday type of thing. But for Diadro, they're a daily cash grab. He's like a human vacuum cleaner, sucking up money and fame while leaving creators and fans depleted and disheartened. It's a vicious cycle that only benefits Diadro. Creators get blindly used, fans get their hopes up, bad entertainment and their wallets emptied, and Diadro emerges unscathed, his ego inflated and his pockets full. So, the next time you see Diadro hosting a box battle, remember that he's not just playing a game. He's exploiting the talents and devotion of creators and fans, all while lining his own pockets with their hard-earned money. It's a predatory scheme that leaves a trail of disappointment and frustration in its wake. Diadro, the empathy-challenged king of controversy. Diadro's name has become synonymous with controversy, and it's not hard to see why. This guy has a knack for saying and doing things that make people's eyebrows raise. Let's delve into Diadro's lack of empathy, where common sense and compassion go to die. The private message from hell. In one particularly cringe-worthy moment, Diadro decides to send a voice note to an ex-girlfriend.
What you talk about, you fucking smelly boot? You're the one that's contacting me, regardless. You're getting pumped off an haircut and you're messaging me because you need me. Right? Simple. Oh, I'm depressed. I need to end my life. Fuck's sake, shut your fucking mouth. Dare, fuck's sake. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and you're saying, oh, move on with my life. I've moved on with my life. You're the one that's fucking clinging on to me. Fuck's sake, I can't get rid of you. You're still there. You just cling on to cunts. When cunts don't want you. Even the cunt you're getting pumped off, he doesn't want you. Your pals don't want you. No cunt wants you. So shut your fucking shit, smelly boot.
Telling her to go kick the can. Instead of offering support or understanding, he chooses to hurl insults and make her feel even worse. Now, some might argue that we need to hear his side of the story, but let's be real, this is a classic case of someone lashing out in anger instead of trying to communicate effectively. Questionable choices and a dubious defense. In another eyebrow-raising moment, Diadro is caught expressing interest in a 16-year-old girl, who was originally 15 years old at the time of messaging. When confronted about this, his response is a gem: she's 16, it's not even illegal. So, Diadro, there you have it. Clear of your lack of empathy. Perhaps you should take some time for self-reflection and try to develop a bit more compassion for others. It might do you a world of good. Ego, superiority and inflated sense of worth. For this, I think it's difficult to find evidence. Just kidding. Diadro is constantly bigging himself up. Here's one of the clips of him we have.
Oh, Diadro! Oh, Diadro!
In the video, Diadro shouts his own name while he does good in a game. I find this to be not only hilarious, but it really shows how much he loves himself. To extrapolate from that, we have a photo of texts where Diadro really lets out his true ego, superiority and inflated sense of worth.
The message reads, "You had a choice to come fight for me." This statement implies that Diadro believes he deserves to be fought for, suggesting an inflated sense of self-importance. The phrase "deep down in your heart you know I was the one" further reinforces this notion, suggesting that Diadro views himself as irreplaceable and the only person who can truly fulfill the recipient's needs. The next message: "Best of luck trying, cause you should be in my bed and you chose not to be for the last time." This message conveys a sense of entitlement and possessiveness. Diadro assumes that the recipient should prioritize his desires and demands, even at the expense of the recipient's own plans or commitments. The phrase "for the last time" implies that Diadro is unwilling to compromise or consider the recipient's perspective. The next message: "Clearly whatever you have planned tonight is more important, so I make my plans." This statement suggests that Diadro believes his plans and needs outweigh those of the recipient. Diadro dismissively dismisses the recipient's plans and asserts his own importance, indicating a lack of empathy or consideration for the recipient's feelings. The next message: "Best of luck living with this decision because we still had a future up until midnight tonight." This message conveys a sense of manipulation and guilt-tripping. Diadro attempts to make the recipient feel responsible for their own unhappiness by implying that they have ruined a potential future together. This tactic suggests that Diadro believes that he has the power to dictate the recipient's emotions and life choices. The next message: "You don't get this, you keep trying to push me. I will be on a date tomorrow." This statement implies that Diadro believes he is more desirable and valuable than the recipient. He boasts about having other options, suggesting that he is not dependent on the recipient and can easily find someone else. This tactic is intended to make the recipient feel insecure and inadequate. The next message: "This was your chance. Second chance to show me." This message emphasizes Diadro's sense of superiority and control. He frames the situation as an opportunity for the recipient to prove their worth, implying that they must meet certain standards to be deemed worthy of Diadro's attention. This reinforces the notion that Diadro believes he is superior to the recipient. Overall, the text messages exhibit a consistent pattern of egotism, superiority, and an inflated sense of worth. Diadro consistently places his own needs and desires above those of the recipient, resorting to manipulation and guilt-tripping to maintain control. His language is often dismissive, possessive, and self-centered, revealing a deep-seated belief in his own importance and a lack of empathy for others. Snoop Doggy Dogg out, motherfucker.
We can also see this possessiveness and self-importance reflect on this clip from Diadro's ex-girlfriend on a live.
Of saying to me, "You best get in your fucking car and get in here and sleep with someone else," or saying, "I should be a prioritize, you should prioritize me over everything," like literally even my business, my work, literally everything.
Overall, Diadro definitely proves to all of us that he is definitely narcissistic and plenty of other things. What do you think? Do you think our analysis is fair? Diadro arrested on serious charges. Diadro has been arrested for a serious crime. Though the exact charges have not been publicly disclosed, Diadro himself has hinted at the nature of the allegations in a recent video.
I can tell you I was in a previous relationship with somebody and they're accusing me of one of the most horrific things you can ever say to a man.
Stating that he has been arrested for the worst thing a man could ever be accused of. Given that Diadro is already on Clare's Law, a disclosure scheme in the United Kingdom that protects individuals from those posing a risk of harm, and considering his own statement, many believe that he has been accused of beep assault. Diadro is currently awaiting his court date, which is scheduled for November 20th. The details of the case remain unclear, but the gravity of the accusations is evident. We will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as they become available. Evaluation: Diadro's motives, a mystery as deep as his pockets. So, what's Diadro's deal? What drives this man to do the things he does? Well, that's the million-dollar question, ain't it? On the surface, it seems like Diadro is all about self-improvement and personal gain. He's like a walking self-help book with a side hustle of exploiting people for money. A master manipulator with a taste for beep. To achieve his goals, Diadro doesn't hesitate to use others, whether they're creators, partners, or anyone else who falls into his web of manipulation. And let's not forget his alleged beep assault and being on Clare's Law or talking to people under 16. That's a whole other can of worms we won't even try to open again. Suffice it to say, Diadro's moral compass points to a place where only he exists. Impact on others, a tale of two sides. Now, Diadro's impact on others is a bit like a Rorschach test. You see what you want to see. Some people worship the ground he walks on, blinded by his fame and the money he's thrown their way. Others, however, see through his facade and recognize him for who he truly is. The facade, a masterpiece of deception. Diadro's facade is a work of art, a carefully crafted illusion designed to hide his true nature. He's like a magician, pulling rabbits out of hats and making people believe in things that aren't there. But just like any illusion, Diadro's facade can't hide the truth forever. Eventually, the cracks will show, and people will see him for who he really is, a self-serving manipulator who cares more about his wallet and himself than the people he hurts along the way. Anyways, that's the end of the Diadro saga. For now, I hope I covered everything, and let us know what you think of Diadro and the video in the comments. I'm really interested in your perspective. Thank you for watching. Slap that subscribe or follow button, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.